Greetings and blessings. I pray that you're having a great day already so far today and that you continue to have a great day all day today. I'm coming to you with a DIY dog ramp that I built for the dog that's in the car. Can't really see her. Nonetheless, that's Mom's dog. Mom is a senior and dog is also a senior. Dog needed a ramp anyway recently because of some arthritis issues and such, but then just recently blew out her leg ligament in her rear leg, and that's causing some tremendous difficulty getting in and out of cars and up and down stairs into houses, etc. So previously we were using the pre-manufactured plastic foldable ramps, which worked really well. They are 5 feet in length. And just they worked very well for what our needs were at that time. But this injury made it that slope was just a little bit too steep for her, and it was just a little bit too hard for her to use those ramps anymore. So I looked for some longer ramps, but I was unable to find anything similar that was a little bit longer for what I thought was an affordable price or a reasonable price. So I just decided to make one instead, and it worked out really well, and it's very easy to make. And I would encourage anybody who needs such a ramp to maybe consider making one themselves. I just went to Home Depot and I found these pre-cut sheets of wood. I believe they're called spruce laminate pieces, maybe for shelving or something like that. And the dimensions were 3/4 inch wide or deep, and the width was 16 inches by 4 feet, which was almost perfect for what I needed. So all I did was I took these 2 sheets I got from Home Depot, and I laid them on the ground, and I affixed them at the seam, at the joint, by some basic medium grade hinges with flathead screws from the back. So I just joined them together with these hinges, screwed them together with some construction screws, and that joined the 2 pieces of wood, which was great. So when I would turn it over, and I'll show that in just a moment, but when I turned it over, the hinge at the seam is not enough support to keep the ramp from buckling, from collapsing at that joint. It needs a support there. So I also picked up some, in this case it was 2x2, some section of 2x2, and I put the 2x2s, just maybe a 1 foot section at the seam as railings almost on the sides where the seam or the joint meets. And I'll show this in a second, but that made all the difference under the weight of the dog, where the side railings, those 2x2 blocks that I put at the seam there, prevent the seam from buckling and collapsing under the weight of the dog. The dog is around 65 to 70 pounds, so it was imperative to have some kind of extra support there. And then I just put some extra railings the rest of the way, just for more or less cosmetic purposes, etc. I also put a little piece of 2x2 at the very top of the ramp where it meets the car as a hook on the underneath part, just as something to hook on to the back of the car to kind of keep it from sliding. So let me show you that here in just a second. Here you can see these are the 2 pieces that were pre-cut. However, they were a little bit long for me. They came in 4 feet length, and I needed to trim off 1 foot off of each end to make it 6 feet. Other than that, it was perfect. So I just took the 2 pieces, I affixed them with these 2 hinges, flathead screws, so that it will fold nicely. I put this little block up here at the end. That's what hooks onto the car. And I nailed everything or screwed everything in with construction screws from the bottom up. these are the blocks that I use for support. These blocks run into each other and prevent the ramp from buckling here at the seam. Without these supports on the side, it would essentially just collapse. So these supports on each side were essential. The rest of it was basically cosmetic. Everything was screwed from the bottom up. And the last piece was simply just to add some carpeting to it for traction. And those pieces I got from the dollar store, the local dollar store. And they came in sections that were close to what I needed. So I just trimmed, I got enough sheets to cover in between the railings, and I just trimmed them as needed and just secured those with some finishing screws, etc. So that worked out really well. The whole thing turned out really well. It's a 6-foot folding ramp that works really well for our needs. It's durable, it's secure, and it's just very practical for what we need. I think the whole thing, material cost around $30 total, plus whatever time I put into it, but it works really well. Let me see if I can get the dog to cooperate here. Hold on. Hey, dog, come on, wake up. Come on, I need your help here. Come on, demonstrate. Come on, can you do it? Good dog, wonderful. Wonderful dog, beautiful. Thanks to the dog. Okay, so I hope you found some of this helpful. I'm really happy to share this with you. It worked out really well for me, and I also would like to design something to go into side doors, which I haven't figured out yet. Haven't found one of those, and hopefully I'll get to one of those someday soon. I always like to promote and support my home church, and I'm going to do that now, and that is Faith Temple Church of God in Christ in Evanston, Illinois. Kojic Church of God in Christ, and their website is faithtempleevanston.org. And if you would like to contact them, contribute, support them, I'll give you these ways now quickly, hopefully. You can Zelle at give@faithtempleevanston.org. You can text the word give to phone number 833-341-0448. You can phone Tuesday through Thursday. Got that? 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. That's Central Time. Phone number 847-328-3808, option number 3. Or you can mail them at Post Office Box 733, Evanston, Illinois 60204, or at their physical address 1932 Dewey Avenue, Evanston, Illinois 60201. So I thank you for your time. I hope that this has been some kind of help, and I pray that you continue to have a wonderful day, a wonderful week. God bless you and all those who concern you. Take care. Blessings.